What actually does Smart Air do?
We provide, on the one hand, all the tools that you need to breathe clean air inside your home or outside. We want to make an impact on the air quality, the air pollution in Bangladesh. We try to make a difference that these machines that we sell, they are of very high quality, and we try to keep the price also reasonable. 50 square feet, you would need 5,000 Dhaka.
How do you get the fund?
All the funds are generated through the revenue.
What is the major source of pollution in Dhaka?
City surrounded by brick factories. We have industries inside residential areas. We have huge traffic. And then, of course, the construction also contributes to air pollution. From other countries, we've seen that it is possible to address the situation in a time period between 5 to 10 to 15 years.
প্রিয় দর্শক, টিভিএস স্পেশাল শোতে আপনাদের সবাইকে স্বাগতম। আমি সাজ্জাদুর রহমান আছি আজকে আপনাদের সঙ্গে আলোচনায়। দর্শক, আমাদের সঙ্গে স্টুডিওতে আছেন মিস্টার বডিন স্টার্ক, স্মার্ট এয়ার বাংলাদেশের ম্যানেজিং ডিরেক্টর। বেসিক্যালি দর্শক, একটু সংক্ষেপে বলি যে মিস্টার স্টার্ক ডাচ নাগরিক, নেদারল্যান্ডসের লোক। বাংলাদেশে সে এই স্মার্ট এয়ার নামে একটা কোম্পানি করে সেখানে সোশ্যাল বিজনেস করছে। স্মার্ট এয়ার বেসিক্যালি এয়ার পিউরিফায়ার, ফিল্টার্স অ্যান্ড এই রিলেটেড আরও বিভিন্ন ধরনের পণ্য বিক্রি করে থাকে। দর্শক, আমরা জানি যে প্রতিদিন আমরা মাঝে মাঝেই দেখি ঘুম থেকে উঠে টিভি স্ক্রলে বা খবরে যে ঢাকা আজকে ওয়ার্ল্ডের মধ্যে সব থেকে আপনার পলিউটেড সিটি। তো এটা দিল্লি বা করাচি, মাঝে মাঝেই এই সমস্ত শহরই কিন্তু আসলে পৃথিবীর মধ্যে সব থেকে এই দূষিত শহর হিসেবে আমরা খবরটা দেখি। তো মিস্টার স্টার্ক এই স্মার্ট এয়ারের মাধ্যমে তারা আসলে এই যে এয়ার কোয়ালিটি এটা পিউরিফাই করে, এটা বেসিক্যালি ঘরে বসে আপনার ঘরের মধ্যেও এটা করা যেতে পারে। তারা এই প্রোডাক্টগুলো বিক্রি করে এবং এটা আসলে তাদের সামাজিক ব্যবসা, সোশ্যাল বিজনেস। সো দর্শক, আমরা মিস্টার স্টার্কের সঙ্গে আলোচনা করব এবং তারা আসলে কি করছে, কেন করছে এবং বাংলাদেশে এটা করার আসলে কারণটা কি, আমরা এগুলো আলোচনা করব এবং আপনাদের সঙ্গে শেয়ার করব। সো মিস্টার স্টার্ক, ওয়েলকাম টু টিভিএস
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Pleasure.
Yeah, so what actually does Smart Air do? Just share with our viewers.
We are, as you mentioned, a social business, right?
Yeah.
We provide, on the one hand, all the tools that you need to breathe clean air inside your home or outside, inside your home or office or when you go outside. We have air purifiers, we have masks, we have filters, we have sensors for indoor and outdoor. That's our core business. But around that, we want to make an impact. And that's the social aspect of our business, that we want to make an impact on the air quality, the air pollution in Bangladesh. We do awareness creation, we do advocacy for cleaner air, for solutions to clean the air in Bangladesh.
Okay, how do you actually get the idea, doing this business here in Dhaka?
So this business was born out of a necessity. I came to Bangladesh and I got married to a Bangladeshi. So my wife, she has asthma. Oh. And while we were living in Dhaka, she was basically suffering during that time. Also for myself, I am very vivid or avid sportsman. I used to do a lot of outdoor exercise. And in the winter, I noticed that my lungs started to hurt, my chest, there was a burning feeling. And I didn't really know what was that, where did it came from. So I learned about air pollution and I started searching, okay, how can I protect myself? I was searching for solutions in the market, but I couldn't find them. And finally, my wife and I decided, okay, if we can't find them, maybe we can import them ourselves. So we started small. We found a supplier and we imported. We got maybe 20 units just as a tester. That went really quickly. Yeah. And from there on, let's say the business started. That was in 2019.
2019 you started this business.
Yeah.
And actually, what are these products, and from where you buy these products?
So there are many products in the market already that are similar to our
Okay.
products, right? But we try to make a difference that these machines that we sell, they are of very high quality, and we try to keep the price also reasonable.
So how do you ensure the quality?
Quality is ensured by our head office, which is China. Always they're looking for ways to make sure that the customer gets what they pay for. The customer gets the best quality and the best products. So long lifetime, good quality of filters, but also reasonable price. That's important for us.
Okay, what are the prices? For example, a purifier or filter.
So we start depending on room size. Depending on room size, we have smaller units to mid-size.
So if you
to
say in a
large
square
units.
feet, the small room.
Let's say 150 square feet, you would
Okay.
need 5,000 taka is our smallest machine to cover 150 square feet. And then up to 1,400 square feet, the price range goes up to 75,000. So there's a large range of products that we have, and also a wide range of prices.
So do you have any showroom here in Dhaka, or how do you
Not
sell
yet.
it?
We are online business. We have, of course, our products visible in our office, but we are working with some local distributors to be included in the showrooms of local distributors.
Okay, and this, as it is a social business, how do you get the fund? From yourself, or you get it from some other sources?
Yes, all the funds are generated through the revenue that we create in our business. Yeah, so we use those funds to implement our own social activities, our awareness raising, workshops. We do sessions, science sessions, scientific sessions with students. What we also do is we install air quality monitors. So last year we installed one in the park, Gulshan Park, so people can actually check what's the air pollution like at that location. And we also work with business leaders. So recently we worked with the owner of Elite Steel. He also is a visionary man who really thinks that we need to do something about air pollution in Bangladesh. And in his factories, both in Cox's Bazar and in Sylhet, he also installed some sensors. So in those cities, we can also see what is actually the air pollution like. So it's all about information sharing, making people aware, okay, what's the quality of air that we're breathing? And then the realization will come, we need to do something about that.
Right, that's part of your, creating awareness.
Yes,
in the
exactly.
society.
Yeah.
You have installed some sensors in Dhaka.
Yeah.
So do you want to, set up more across the country so that more people get the benefit?
Ideally, yes. I think one of the main issues that we are facing is that we do not really know what is the air quality or air pollution like
Right.
outside of Dhaka, right? So other cities should also have sensors. And with that information, with that data, we can see, okay, what is the actual situation and what should we do about it? Very important. Yeah.
Right. So if I ask, why, Dhaka is so polluted? You are from Netherlands.
I'm from Netherlands.
So, why this, Netherlands? What about this pollution in Netherlands?
Of course, there is air pollution in Netherlands as well, especially around traffic and industrial areas. There's a lot of government policy to make sure that the levels are kept within the baseline, right? And then there are other government institutions who are responsible for monitoring that, measuring that, and taking action. So
Is there any restrictions on, motor vehicles movement or, sources of pollution?
there is a restriction on the age of motor vehicles that you can use. There's a restriction on emissions, the amount of emissions that you can emit, so to say, both from industry as from traffic. So there's different type of laws in place. And then there's also government incentives to, for example, stimulate electric vehicles or public transport or other solutions to reduce air pollution.
So what do you think? What is the major source of pollution in Dhaka?
Well, Dhaka is a very congested city.
Yeah.
So one of the main reasons is we have so many people living together in one city, right? And then around that, of course, comes what else is there? We have city surrounded by brick factories. We have industries inside residential areas. We have huge traffic. And then, of course, the construction also contributes to air pollution. So there's different factors all coming together in such a densely populated city that makes it difficult to control the quality of the air.
So what is your suggestion? How, the government can address this, vital issues, because it is affecting from, children to the, elder people. Everybody is getting affected, and it is the main cause of many diseases like, asthma is one of those. So what is your suggestion? What Bangladesh government should do to fix the issue or improve the quality of air?
Yeah, you're very right, Mr. Sajjad. This is a real problem, especially in the long term. If we continue without doing anything, the quality of the air will only go down, the pollution will only increase, and it has a real effect on the health of the public, right? The people, from young to old, from
Everyone.
children to elderly. We already see that increase of lung cancer in people who are not smoking.
Oh,
So that might lead to a endemic,
Pollution.
right? Yeah. What can the government do? Now, let's be frank. The government needs to do something. It cannot not do anything. And from other countries, we've seen that it is possible to address the situation in a time period between 5 to 10 to 15 years. I have to mention, of course, brick kilns are a large source of pollution. We need to do something about the brick factories, right? Public transport can be improved in order to make sure that not everybody has to take their private car. We need to look at emissions from industries, right? How can we set certain standards for industry emissions? And we also need to address the construction sector, the real estate sector, all the dust that's being created when construction is taking place, be it mega projects or smaller projects, that also needs to be managed more, managed better. So one thing that we saw, one example that we saw is Beijing. Beijing used to be around
one of the polluted.
one of the most polluted cities around 2013, 2015. Right? That was all around the time that the Olympic Games took place in Beijing. And it was basically so bad that other countries were hesitant to send their athletes to perform in the Olympic Games. So what the government did was they started to implement policy level actions. Okay, some factories have to be closed. Cars with even license plates can only drive on this day. Cars with uneven license plates can only drive on the other day, right? We need to look at public transport. They improved public transport. They reduced emissions. And in a time span of only 5 years, you saw that the air pollution in Beijing was going down. So what's really important is, on the one hand, policy, but on the other hand, policy level solutions, but also the enforcement of the policy.
Enforcement is the biggest issue.
Enforcement is a big issue, and that is too much important. As I mentioned, Dhaka is a really densely populated city, and of course, outside of Dhaka, Bangladesh also suffers the same fate. How can you control the whole of the country by having the responsibility only in one government department or one ministry? That may be a bit difficult. So we need to look at solutions for that as well.
Right, we have to see 360 degree, and it is, as you rightly said, one department cannot do it. It has to come from everybody. And okay, Mr. Stark, we are at the end of the interview. My last question is, what do you say? Why people will buy your products?
Okay. People will buy our products because they like what we do. They like our story. They like our mission. You can buy air purifiers from any manufacturer, from any supplier, but we have a specific goal behind what we do. My dream is that at some point I can close down Smart Air the company because the problem of air pollution has been solved.
Okay.
And until that time, we will keep fighting. We will keep working to clean the air in Dhaka and in Bangladesh. And we will keep sharing that information so people will be aware, they know how to protect themselves, and they will also hopefully one day ask the government to improve the situation. So if people support that mission, if people want to see a cleaner Dhaka, a cleaner Bangladesh, then they will come to Smart Air Bangladesh.
So your mask, that is that different from the other masks available in the market?
Yes, you have these regular N95 masks which are available in the market.
Okay.
And we have a special type of mask that you can fit tightly around your face. So it's more suitable for air pollution, filtering air pollution and breathing safe. Yeah.
So, Mr. If you don't want to say anything else, we'll finish the interview now.
It was a pleasure. Thank you very much. Wonderful to be here.
Yes, of course. Thanks for joining us. And it is our pleasure to having you in TBS. Thank you. দর্শক, আমরা আলোচনা করলাম মিস্টার স্টার্কের সঙ্গে বাংলাদেশের আসলে এয়ার পলিউশন এবং এই যে স্মার্ট যে এয়ার কোয়ালিটি বিভিন্ন প্রোডাক্টস, বেসিক্যালি সেটা কিন্তু আসলে এটা কমার্শিয়াল বিজনেস না, যেটা আমরা জানতে পারলাম এটা আসলে একটা সামাজিক সোশ্যাল বিজনেস। এবং এই আইডিয়াটা কিন্তু মিস্টার স্টার্ক যদিও ডাচ, কিন্তু তার ওয়াইফ বাংলাদেশি এবং তার ওয়াইফের অ্যাজমা আছে এবং তারা দেখেছে যে যখন এখানে উইন্টারের সময় কিন্তু তাদের এই প্রবলেমটা আরও বেশি ফিল করে, সাফার করে। সো এসবের কারণেই কিন্তু আসলে এই যে আইডিয়াটা যে স্মার্ট এয়ার, এই পলিউশনটা কিভাবে আসলে কমানো যেতে পারে অফিসে বা বাসার বাড়ির মধ্যে, সো এই ধরনের প্রোডাক্ট তখন সে বাংলাদেশের মার্কেটে 2019 সাল থেকে সে এই বিজনেসটা শুরু করেছে এবং করছে লাস্ট 5-6 ইয়ার্স ধরে। সো দর্শক, এবং বিভিন্ন পার্কে ঢাকাতে কিন্তু সেন্সর বসিয়েছে যাতে সবাই জনসাধারণ আসলে আমাদের বাতাসের যে কি আজকে কোয়ালিটি, পলিউশনের লেভেল কি, সেগুলো কিন্তু জানা যায় এবং তাদের প্ল্যান আছে এটা বাংলাদেশের বিভিন্ন জায়গাতে এই ধরনের সেন্সর ইনস্টল করার, যাতে মানুষ আসলে আরও সচেতন হতে পারে, সাবধান হতে পারে এবং আসলেই আমাদের ঢাকার যে এয়ার পলিউশন সেটা আসলে কমাতে সবাই কিভাবে সাহায্য করতে পারে। এটা সরকারের আসলে একটা ডিপার্টমেন্ট, পরিবেশ ডিপার্টমেন্ট, তাদের কাজ না, তাদের পক্ষে সম্ভব না, এটা আসলে সবারই করতে হবে এবং যে আইন আছে সেগুলো আসলে আরও বেশি বাস্তবায়ন করতে হবে, তাহলে আসলে এই পলিউশন লেভেলটা ধীরে ধীরে কমে আসবে। এবং স্টার্ক শেয়ার করেছেন কিন্তু যে বেইজিংয়ে কীভাবে আসলে এই পলিউশনটা একসময়, বেইজিং অলসো ওয়ান অফ দ্য মোস্ট পলিউটেড সিটি কিন্তু, এবং সেটা এখন তারা কিন্তু পরিকল্পনা মাফিক কিন্তু তারা এই তাদের বেইজিংয়ের যে এয়ার পলিউশন সেটা অনেকটা কমাতে সক্ষম হয়েছেন। সো দ্যাট ক্যান বি অ্যান এক্সাম্পল ফর বাংলাদেশ অলসো। সো দর্শক, আমরা আলোচনা করলাম এবং আপনাদের সঙ্গে শেয়ার করলাম। আমাদের আলোচনা ভালো লাগলে লাইক করবেন, শেয়ার করবেন। সবাইকে ধন্যবাদ।